Welcome to Fishing with Steve D. Now, with the cooler weather, this means redclaw anglers have to change things up. We're going to explain that a little bit later in this video, but we're going to find out where they're catching them. Sometimes it's good to go north, where it's a little bit warmer. You'll catch a lot more. But they're still catching them here in southeast Queensland. Let's jump in and have a look at that right now. And Colin caught these redclaw up near Paradise Dam, near the Burnett River. And he said that the 4-entry pot produced better. Here's a photo of what he got last trip, but he said the 3-entry pot did well also. Now I know Colin's been changing it up and listening to the tips I've been giving him about using the chicken flesh, and this is very important, guys, as well as the fish flesh. So there you go, there's a few anglers asking about Paradise Dam. Here you go, here's proof that around Paradise Dam in the river systems there are plenty of redclaw to be caught. So well done, Colin, great effort. And Brett caught these massive redclaw up at Lake Wivenhoe in southeast Queensland. Now it's great to see a lot of anglers that are getting a lot of value out of the ebook with the latest tips, listening to what they got to do in the colder months. And it's good to see that Brett has done that and see the results are really starting to speak for themselves. Now, if you want the bigger pots, you will catch more in the bigger pots, especially if you're up north. Well done, Brett. That is a great catch of redclaw at Lake Wivenhoe, just about an hour and 20 minutes away from Brisbane in southeast Queensland. And don't forget to check out the latest Somerset Dam fishing and redclaw article in Australian Freshwater Fishing. And Jackson caught these big redclaw up near Tinaroo Dam in far north Queensland. Jackson asked me about the best bait, so I told him chicken flesh and fish flesh in the cooler winter months, and he went out and caught all these. Well done, Jackson. That's a good catch of redclaw up in far north Queensland near Lake Tinaroo. And Ronald has spent a couple of weeks up at Somerset Dam, and what he's found is that the better redclaw fishing location is up the top end of Somerset Dam. He did venture down to the lower part of Somerset, and this is the result, less redclaw. But he did catch quite a few Australian bass, and the good thing about that is if you're going to eat the Australian bass, you can use the scraps, the fish scraps, for your redclaw bait. And I would also recommend highly to use chicken scraps as well, because these two baits, when it cools down, is really good. So well done there, Ronald. That's a good catch of some redclaw at Somerset Dam, and a great report that will help a lot of other anglers and other members, and some really good Australian bass. Well done, Ronald. So let's have a look at the top 5 wintertime tips. So in the cooler winter months, you need to change your baits up. The redclaw yabbies, particularly up here in Queensland, become more carnivorous. They eat meat like your fish flesh, or your chicken scraps are predominantly the better producing baits. Now, a big factor in this, the depth. The depth is another thing. If we have a lot of rain earlier, then you set your pots a bit shallower. But if we don't have the rains like we normally do, then just set them the same depth as the summertime redclaw fishing. And another big point is in winter they go off the summertime creek beds and more onto timber structures. And another big tip is to use upward facing rings. We've always had the exclusive design of the upward facing rings. Straight rings, they get out, and you can have a look in this video footage. They come in and out at their leisure, but as soon as you put it upwards facing, this will stop the redclaw from getting out of your pots. And another big huge tip is to lift your rings up towards the roof of the redclaw pot, whether it's a 4-entry with the built-in bait bags, our exclusive design, or our 3-entry economy pots. If you can lift your rings higher, and I'm going to show you an idea that Brian does. He gets electrical twisties from the hardware, and what it does, it lifts up the ring so you can fit a lot more redclaw in one pot, particularly you guys that are up north, where you have a lot of redclaw in plague proportions. But this idea works really well. Thanks, Brian, for sharing that with the group. Or another tip is to tie some string from the top of the ring to the top of the frame and lift it up as well. This will also work. So it's a couple of choices there that you can decide for yourselves which one you would like to use, guys. And another big tip is never ever eat an orange or yellow coloured tail meat. The meat of the redclaw yabby needs to be a pure white colour to be safe to eat. Another huge tip is never ever eat a tail meat that's also got a lot of blood through it, as this will also make you sick. And if you see your yabbies, particularly the common yabbies down south with this white spots or white legs, do not eat it. It's white muscle disease. It can also make you very sick. And another big tip is to keep your redclaw on ice, as this will keep it fresh until you take them home and either put them in the fridge or put them in a freezer, which will kill them humanely. Well guys, check out this electric blue yabby that Samantha caught up in the Northern Territory. She was land-based, about 2 meters deep, near Gun Point, Bushlands, which is a small river system up in the Northern Territory, and she was using a dark fruit cake for bait, and that is just so awesome, guys. Now if you've seen something special like this, another color or also electric blue, please put it in the comments below, guys. I'd like to hear it. Well done, Samantha, that's a great catch. So if you also want to try a bit of fishing, well, check out these shrimp traps. We've got them in stock now. They are just the right size, and the ends, they will clip in, and they're quite convenient size. Black is the best color for catching shrimp. You'll seem to catch a lot more in the black color. PVC. Just send me an email if you're interested. And if you get a lot out of my video content, I've got an ebook, redclaw ebook. I've kept it really cheap at $12.10. If you want to fast track your redclaw yabby catching, send me an email and I'll be able to sort that out for you. And also, if you wanted to make a small donation, you can, next to the share button down in the below panel, next to the share button, you can click on the thanks button, and the small donation, it all goes to help me making more content and getting out and about there for you in the future videos to come. So guys, please subscribe to my channel, please like this video, please stay tuned for our new videos that are coming very shortly, and stay safe, guys. Until next time, this is Fishing with Steve D signing off. God bless.